I got a new series going. We're gonna be doing weekly recaps. I think this is something that probably we should have been doing um, a while now. Um, it's good to get a feel of what's going on in the league. It's good to get a feel of everything else other than your games, because I know you guys are locked into your games, your series, but there's a lot more going on around the league. And then as you run into it, you will be asking me questions. So sometimes you can be out in the front. And I guess we can start this video talking about the schedule, right? Because that's the number one thing we're looking at this year, the schedule, and guys posting their games to the score. Bright background here. I'll swing around in a bit to show you guys that I'm near my system, and then maybe we'll look at some stats in the league as well. Let me join with my phone. I'll join this. Maybe why not? Why not? Participants. So I'll double join this so I don't have to keep flipping this laptop around. So let me see. And then we'll try to get guests. We'll try to get you guys on here too. So who's ever feeling they want to come in and share whatever they want to share. Mike, of course, we'll try to have him on a few times because he's doing, or I'm hoping he's interested in joining all of them. But right now his headset is giving him a problem that you guys can't hear him. I can't hear him. So it's best that he gets that sorted out, and then we join. We get him in here because he's doing a lot of the groundwork, the paperwork, we would say, the tech work, the artwork, the stats. Mike's getting heavy with it, and join the video. And I gotta say, he's doing a really good job. And if not, he's matching what I've been putting out there. So I'm in this Zoom call 2 times now. So let's swing one of these bad boys around to the game. Swing. All right. We'll give this stream, we'll give this guy a little bit of a, oops, he backed out. We'll give him the lead in a second, but not yet. When I decide to start fiddling with showing stats. For now, let's just have a talk with me. All right. So let's look at this. Let's look at the schedule. All right. And I don't know why that one is the spotlight, but let me spotlight myself. I don't think I need to spotlight myself though. Which one am I? Oh, you know what? I'll do gallery view. All right. And we want to look at the schedule. So let's look at what we got for this year's schedule. I want to look at the first series of games and then the games within. See how many guys are on schedule. See how many guys are falling behind. I think I hit up Too Hot and 5-2 for their series. I also hit up Deal in Death and GG XDs with the Dodgers for their series. So I'm hoping you guys are caught up. But as I can see here, I think Too Hot and 5-2 finished out. So they finished way early, and they were behind a bit. It's looking like they were going to fall behind, but they didn't. And I'm sharing the Discord app with you guys. I'm gonna go through the schedule. I'm gonna minimize some of these other channels. So here's the schedule. Here's the first series. Mike did a deal where he let the top two teams in the division face off, and then the next two face each other. So it looks like all of the top two teams are in 4-game sets, and then the next two teams are in 3-game sets. So Too Hot and Five Tool in a 4-game, Big Hurt and Mike are in a 4-game, myself and ATL Bryce in a 4, AJD and Freak. So you know what? I'll send you guys a text because you guys only have 2 games played and you have 2 more to go. I'm just gonna check to see if you guys can do a doubleheader, or we can talk about what's gonna be the new thing for this year is we're gonna push games into another deadline based on guys' availability and subs availability, like LJ and El Garino. So we got the White Sox in Tampa Bay in Division 1 playing 3 games, and El Garino is away in France. He got stuck on some COVID issues, so his flight got pushed back. So he's not able to start the season. I've been using subs to start his first series. So he said he will be back on the 9th. So it looks like we're going to be subbing for El Garino even for his next series where he plays the Diamondbacks from the 6th to the 9th. And that's a 2-game set, so that shouldn't be hard to sub for him. So let me send out a message to 2 guys right now. Freak, and Freak's usually been good with knocking his games out. So is AJD. So I think they'll be fine. But I'm just gonna give them a little nudge to see what's going on. Get myself inserted in what their plans are for the final 2 games. All right, I just sent them a general message, reminding them that they have 2 more games and are they gonna cover 2 today? If not, I'll let them know, like what I'm letting you guys know, that since you're gonna be playing everyone on this in the league twice, so teams within your division, you'll play 7 times. Teams outside of your division, you'll play 5 times. So you have 16-man league. You can only play 15 of us. Can't play yourself. And 12 of their guys are out of division guys. So those 12 guys, you're going to play them 5 times. So 5 12s are 60. That's 60 games. And it's going to be a combination of either 2-game sets or 3-game sets when you play. And you're going to play 3 guys within your league 7 times. So that's 3 7s to 21. 21 and 60 is 81. That's your full season right there. And, it'll be tricky to move a game out of a 4-game set. So not really. To move a game out of a 4-game set, not really. So you can. So let's say you started with a 4-game set like me, and things got busy and you guys aren't able to get all 4 games before the deadline. Then we can say, okay, we'll move one of those games. We'll make it a makeup game for the next time you guys meet, and we'll note that on the calendar or on the schedule, so that you guys know the next time you meet, okay, we're supposed to play 7 times. We play 4 times the first series. The second time I see you, we play 3. But maybe that gets flipped on its head, and the first time you face each other, you play 3, and then the next time you play 4. So things like that sort of like gets you gets you an idea of what we're going to be doing this year in terms of moving games around and being caught up to the deadline, finishing series on time, and moving on to the next series. And the pitching matchups we're not really worried about anymore because we're designing the schedule to be like we're designing schedules to have 2 gamers, 3 gamers, or 4 gamers. So we're expecting 1s and 5s to be matched up at time, 2s and 3s. So moving games around doesn't really change that much. It's just adding more to it. So that's one thing that's new, and how we want to stay on track and keeping the calendar moving, not trying to chase down 2 guys to play a game and then it bottlenecks and everyone is on a standstill waiting for 2 or 3 series to be done. All right. Moving on from that, we can take a look at let's look back into Discord real quick and let's see blah. Let's see. Let's look at how everybody's doing in posting their games. We got the Angels. He's in a 3-game set, posted all 3. Dodgers, no games. Marlins, Mike posted 3 out of 4, and I think they have 1 more they're playing. The Giants, I just got him on the YouTube channel. Myself, I posted all 3. Here's your 1, 2, 3. Blue Jays got 1. We're gonna, I guess, we're waiting for the next 2. Boston has none. I just got him on the YouTube channel. Tampa Bay is gonna be in trouble. We're probably gonna give him a mulligan for the first 2 series because the subs are not even taking it. They're not in line with saving and uploading. And Cleveland, you got 1 in here. You guys played 4, so I'm waiting for the other 3. Pittsburgh, he's just gonna move it. I think he had it in the regular season channel. Cincinnati, let's see, Double D, you guys played 1 game in a 3-game set and you split it into 2 parts on your video. Okay, looks like you might be doing that a lot because of the storage space on a plate PS4. Who am I on? Atlanta. We played each other, so we both have our 3. The White Sox, you just got 1 more, right? And he's got a busy day, so good job. You got 2 covered here. And then we got Arizona played 2. Arizona Pitt played each other. Seattle, game 3. I wonder, you might be in a 3-game set, so he might be done as well. Good job. And Jay's only got 1 game. Something went wrong with one of his other games. So everybody's going to be shaky on shaky ground, I guess. I understand you guys are getting wrapped up. This is the start of the season. We're sort of going to give you a mulligan on the first week. I'm going to be spot checking on these videos to see if guys are going through the settings. And then I'm probably going to need help from Mike and 5-2 to check through. We'll probably designate ourselves to check our own divisions and then split up the other division. And we want to make sure people are following the rules and doing what they're supposed to. All right. Mostly what we want to be talking about is fun stuff other than, who's missing the deadline or who's not following the rule. We want to look into stats and talk more about stats. If you look around, you see Mike's doing pretty good on the standings, and he's also doing something with pitching stats. Did I create a thread for him or a channel for him on stats? Nope, I did not. I think he's posting them in the standings right now. So I'm gonna have to create one so he can post his pitching stats. And I think the hitting stats, we're sort of letting you just go in the game and take a look at that. We're working on something for an MVP Cy Young of the league, and we'll get back to you on that one. But let's take before I'm trying to think before we take a look at the game if there's anything else I want to talk to you guys about. Oh yeah, there's the checklist, which I think I might have put it in informational videos. Opening day checklist chart. So a lot of guys have already started to send over the buy-in. So I wanna update this checklist. I don't want to spend too much time just showing you guys that, but you know what? I'm gonna update it off camera, off this video, and I'll repost it in about an hour or two once I get to do that. But let's spend some time looking at the league and what's been done so far. So let's take a look at the league. See what we got. Let's go back to the Zoom on my phone. Let's pin my video. Can we pin? All right, let me pin the video on Spotlight. Spotlight. All right, let me just spotlight it myself. Let's do speaker. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at this bad boy. Let's see what we got. Let's look at the standings. A decent start. I don't know why they moved away. Oh, wait a minute, they did this on their own. I used to always like get in here and I'm like, I don't really, I know games played is a good, I know games played is a good first cop is a good thing to know how many games people play, but I thought it was a bit redundant when you see the wins and losses. That sort of tells me how many games you played, 3. So somehow in one of these updates they clipped it. Somebody's been reading each other's minds, right? So we got Giants, Padres, Braves, Angels all 2-1, and then you know what I wish they would be able to clip is like the games that aren't played, but they're going by games behind, right? So I guess if I were to sort the list by wins, would it work? You know, I'm sorting by wins, so I don't need you to keep it in this games behind formula because the rest of the teams, so the teams that are tied are going to be somewhere else. You know, they're going to be up and down. Like we don't care about these teams that are not going to play, but they don't know that. You know, MLB The Show doesn't know that we got guys in here that teams in here that's not going to be a part of the league, but whatever. So you always have to do a scroll. So this is a good thing. Why good? This is a good reason for us to post the standings and the score. So we got a lot of guys at least played. Everyone in the league has at least played 2 games. Well, actually, I'm lying. This just one game. This one series is only at 1 game. Reds and the Dodgers. All right. And I'm just gonna fiddle around here, go to the runs scored. Not bad. 15, 14, 14, 13, 10. And like I spot check in here a few times just to see how the league's doing, mainly in the 2 categories that we always look for when we're running the league. Oh, this is the team rankings. That's why I like that. The other one shows this over here at the top. Team stats shows you the games played, which gets annoying. I don't want to see games. It should just start it right here. But like when we're running the league, we're always looking at batting average in the league because we wanna have the leagues. We know what the league is playing at a good rate, or everybody's having fun once we get a lot of these batting averages to above 200. And if anybody's under, um, it's okay because it's the first couple of games and could be just getting warmed up. But you want a good percentage, 90% of the league above 200, and if not, for everyone above 200. So this year we're gonna see because the game's playing really good. We haven't had to touch, if not, we touched no hitting sliders. It's playing on Hall of Fame default, and we're messing with pitching a bit to just a one slider to keep the balance and keep the hits falling, but not too high, right? Um, and we also look at ERA. So, you know, when we playing in this league and we got like 10, we got 50% of the league under 2, it's a problem. So look at that. The top 8, the top 8 is 3 and a better. So we're starting out good because a lot of number ones pitch. And then the next 8 are at 2.5 and under. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the twos, and 1, 2, 3, 4s are on the twos. So we'll see. We'll see what happens once we get more games in here. And the whip will also tell you, like, if guys are able to get hits out there. Because if these whips are too low, it's another factor. Then we always want to check to see if it's a home run or nothing type of league. You don't want to have that. That gets annoying. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 teams with 8 homers. 8 homers. 2 of these teams are myself. You know, we are going to be in, all 3 of us are in a 4-game series. Blue Jays played all 4. Braves and the Yankees still got 1 more to go. So once we don't have, I guess, out of when you get in super video game mode is when you're at 3 to 4, like 3.5 to 4 home runs per game. If you play 4 games and you're at 8, that's 2 home runs a game. Sort of league, sort of a MLB projection, I think they're in like just around 2 for the highest team, or just under 2, like 1.9 or something like that. So the rest of the stats, are very useful. I like to look at doubles. I like to look at triples, strikeouts. And probably one of the strikeouts. I struck out 37 times, still being a true Yankee, striking out there left and right. No, but I watch a lot of pitches, so it's part of me. Strikeout looking is a thing that helps me to hit. Seeing the pitches, seeing where guys are trying to deal. So sometimes I end up watching that third strike go by. And then we know in this game, when you go to player stats, they just round off the pitching ERA. So this is why Mike is gonna have something for us on the pitching stats. He's gonna have real ERAs and all of this stuff. So he's working on that. He started it with the starting 5, but he's gonna carry it all the way to the relief pitchers and stuff like that. So you won't be looking in here much when we post it on Discord. So I think I want to stop here because it's early. We don't need to overanalyze all these numbers. It's only 3 or 4 games played, right? So we don't need to overemphasize on that. So fellas, two things to emphasize is we're going to be helping people stay on the deadline and stay on the next series on the clock by moving games when need be. We'll even move. I don't think we'll move games for a 2-game series because you should be able to play 2-game series. But if it's a 3-game series or a 4-game series and the deadline is pretty tight, we can push one of your games to the next time you meet, and it'll be a makeup game, and we'll note it on the season schedule. Other than that, keep playing, keep getting those games in on time. I'm gonna post a list, updated list of everyone that's done the opening day checkoff stuff, and between today and tomorrow, I'll be spot checking videos for you guys to have go into your settings while you play between the first and the third inning. Try to probably be closer to the third inning, second or third inning, because what happens if you get into an extra inning game? Anything in the first inning will not be shown. It'll be clipped. So don't do it in the first inning. So second or third, preferably the third, fourth, and fifth inning. All right. So that's it for the weekly recap. We're gonna have more juicy or more information coming up as the weeks go by. We have a lot to talk about once we get near week 4 and week 5 because we're gonna be doing the waiver pickups. We're gonna open up trades, so there's gonna be a lot more to talk with these weekly recaps. So I hope you guys tune in, and if you got questions, shout them out around those times. All right, we're gonna try to do it on Sundays or Saturdays. Saturday evenings usually slows down, or Sunday early, some point of Sunday. Mostly Sundays, because Sundays is always my chill day, and I'll try to see if I can get somebody or two or three people on here. Any one of you guys can join in too, and we go over what's going on in the league. All right, fellas, that's it for the first weekly recap.